Welcome to the chat, y'all. Erica, appreciate you being here nice and early. First one to the gang. I shouldn't have thought anything different, to be honest with you. Erica, always helping out her family, always helping out the channel to her best of the abilities, man. She's always giving us great insight or just being around, someone to bounce ideas off of, man. Definitely got to appreciate Erica and everything she does for our community here at Fade King True Crime Reviews. I have the video. We've been teasing this video. We've been teasing this video for about a week now. Um, I put some shorts up. I put some shorts up from this actual interrogation footage on the thing. I mean, on our shorts on the channel. And so what's going on? I'm gonna give you a little precursor. Um, this gentleman, I know we usually don't do that, but it really needs to be said to really talk about like how extraordinary this case is and how like just baffled everyone's gonna be by the end of this video. No joke, no hype, no cap. For real, for real. Make sure you guys double tap them screens like Erica asked. Please, it helps the stream out, helps grow the stream a lot. If you like true crime reviews and you like true crime cases and you like a growing community, you want to be a part of the fastest growing community in true crime on YouTube, definitely hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button. We got super chats, we got memberships. Whatever you feel comfortable doing, we have an option for you here. So definitely take advantage of all that and show your support for the channel. Um, I just saw a post notification popped up. I jumped right on. I love my community. It's cool to be here and stand to do all I can do, help whenever, do my best to uplift everybody. You know what, Erica? I don't know if you know this because I don't talk about a lot of personal stuff online, but I've been going through some stuff too, personally. And like my situation's been getting a little hairy and a little stressful. And you know what? Just coming here day after day and talking to you guys has really helped me out and see my vision. And now I know like you guys really helped me out a lot and I know what I got to do. Like I didn't have to necessarily talk to anyone about it, but just your guys' loving and support and knowing that, hey, if I turn that camera on, um, those people, my community's gonna be there, and at least a few of them will come by and say hi. Sometimes that's all you need. You know what I mean? I moved from Las Vegas to a town where I really don't know anyone outside of my wife and her family. So I get lonely, man. And I just appreciate all you guys spending time with me and taking part in my hobby. It's probably your hobby too of watching these crazy true crime videos. So with that being said, man, we got some people in the chat. Let's get into the show. I'm really excited. Let me give you a precursor about this. This guy's name is Ryan Waller. Um, Him and his girlfriend were asleep at their apartment when I believe two men broke in and shot them. Uh, Ryan Waller just went back to sleep after he was shot. He then called the police in the morning because he fell asleep from just being in shock. And then when he woke up and called the police, he told them his girlfriend was dead and that he was shot. They didn't believe him that he was shot, so they bring him back in. Um, they brought him in straight to interrogation. And mind you, after they went to his house, they kept him in the squad car for 4 hours as they surveyed the scene. And then he was in another like 1 to 4 hour interrogation with the police with bullet wounds to his face. So that's the pretense of this video. Let's get to it.
No, it was a real gun, man. It was just a
If they
revolver.
shot you in the eye with a revolver, you wouldn't be talking to me right now.
How do you know?
It was most likely you'd be dead.
See, bro literally just told him I got shot in the eye with a revolver, and the cop won't believe him. Look at his face. You could literally, it's real little for you guys, but you could literally see an entrance wound through his nose. It looks like he was shot like right here, like boom. You know what I mean? And his whole, like, this is a sad case, bro. Let's watch it.
That's what I thought too, man. I really don't know.
After you're not going to believe this one. I can't believe it either. You're right. I've already heard the story. I can't believe it.
Do you consider yourself a good lie detector? Can you sense when someone is guilty or innocent? What's up, Ewu crew? It's the Raven. The young woman had gone over to Ryan's home on the 23rd to watch a movie and eat pizza, but nobody had heard from either person since, and both never showed up for the annual holiday activities. After a call from the couple's concerned parents, Phoenix police were dispatched to do a welfare check at Ryan's apartment. And what they found was a sight they could never forget. On the couch was Heather, dead from a gunshot wound to the head. But then they discovered something really weird. Ryan was still alive. More than that, he was conscious and able to walk and speak with officers, although he was acting strange and wouldn't give any straight answers. Or if he did, he would contradict himself. Of course, police were extremely suspicious right off the bat. As you can see, Ryan is in bad shape. His face is covered with bad bruises and he seems very disheveled and agitated. While he waits, he periodically moans and plays with his handcuffs before trying to rest his head on the table. It's about 5 a.m.
I mind you, I've watched another video about this. Ewu didn't go into it, but they held that man. So after they went there for the wellness check, found his dead girlfriend, and asked him about his injuries and what happened, they left him in the back of a police squad car for 4 hours before they brought him to the interrogation room. Mind you, he has a gunshot wound to the head in the face. Of course, he's not going to be talking normal or properly, bro. He's probably got a concussion at the very least, if not brain bleeding or dying. You know what I mean?
Mm. Man.
Ryan gets up and sits back down, and then someone walks in and takes pictures of the bottom of his feet.
Look at his nose. Look, that's the entrance wound. That's the entrance wound to the bullet. You can see where my cursor is. Maybe.
Ryan's been silent for a while, but then he suddenly pipes up to say,
Man, I just want to go to sleep.
That will happen sooner or later.
and then really pay attention to what is said next, because this will become super important later on.
Alright, do I get to go home?
I don't know. Should go to the doctor's, or you should go.
Me?
Yeah.
Why? That?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
I'd say that's really bad.
Looking at the bruises on Ryan's face, police aren't quite sure what to make of the situation. Did he get in a physical fight with Heather and things ended badly for her, either on
Come on, bro. You saw Heather. She was a pretty skinny Asian lady, bro. She wasn't fucking UFC taking gashes out of his face. Like, bro, literally has a hole in his face, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
purpose or by accident? Were these
Guys, it's a lot of people in here. Hit that double tap on the screen, like the sub. I mean, like the video, man. It really helps the channel out. If you like what we do here, subscribe, and you can come back and hang out with your community more often.
wounds the result of her trying to defend herself? Was Ryan mentally unstable and had somehow hurt himself? All they knew was they weren't really getting much out of the frustrated young man sitting on the other side of the table. He repeatedly asked to go to sleep, but he's told that on the chance he has suffered a concussion, the doctor has advised not to let him sleep. Another man comes in to inspect Ryan, and when he tells them to put one foot on the table, Ryan seems to have trouble following these directions. He seems uncomfortable. Finally, the detective starts the investigation, and one of the first questions he asks is,
You know why you're down here, Ryan? You have no idea why you're down here?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
now in
Of course he wouldn't, bro. Dude that just went through some type of brain injury, bro, from the gunshot. Like,
is
You know why you're down here, Ryan? You have no idea why you're down here?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Now, in this next clip, keep a really close eye on Ryan's behavior, how fidgety and distressed he acts.
I don't know what happened, okay? So I'm going to read you something to make sure you understand your rights, okay? Basically, I'm going to read you. You've seen Cops before, right? Ever seen that TV show Cops or CSI?
bro is in pain, bro. Bro is in pain. Like when he's making that sound or when he's making that face, I think he can feel like the bullet fragments in his face, or like he can feel it in his neck, wherever the fuck it moves. Like that's why he's like, what the fuck is that? Like he has like a confused look. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what's wrong with me right now?
Or anything like that?
Okay.
You ever seen that?
No.
You've never seen any kind of cop show? Lawyer show? Any kind of show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, he's in pain, bro. You ever like you ever like stub your toe? Now, mind you, he's in way more pain than what I'm talking about. But have you ever like stubbed your toe or like bent your finger or banged your shit in the cold real bad, and then like your wife or your friend starts talking to you like just normally, like, are you okay? Or hey, have you seen this? And it makes you mad because you're in pain, you're like are flustered, you're like, fuck, yeah. Like that's literally what he's going through right now. This dude's talking to him and whatever's hurting on him is throbbing, throbbing, throbbing. Like, bro is in so much pain right now that he's going into shock at times to where he's not feeling pain and he's getting dizzy and shit, bro.
I want you to listen up real closely. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you in a court of law.
And then this is where things get really weird. The detective asks a really simple question.
What's the highest grade you went through school?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know the highest grade you went through?
Eighth?
Eighth grade?
See, that's literally, he's talking like he's got concussion, bro. Like if you've ever played football or maybe skateboarded or one of those sports where people get hit in the head, like like when somebody's concussed, like how they talk. Like he's like, bro, I don't know. And he's not bullshitting. He's he's sincere. Like you can hear it in his voice. Hey Rachel, welcome to the chat.
Grade? Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Do you have a GED?
I don't know.
Okay, so the detective is obviously really confused now. Is Ryan genuinely this shocked by what happened, or so disoriented that he can't remember the answers to such basic questions? Is the early morning making him irritable, or is he being standoffish for some other reason? The detective isn't sure what he's hiding, so he presses on.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Mm, mm-mm.
No? You know a girl named Heather?
Mm-hmm.
You know Heather's last name?
I'm not sure yet, Lindsay. You got to stick around and watch. Let's find out. Welcome to the chat. I hope so. I mean, he looks stable. Don't get me wrong. If they've already had him for 10 hours, he went to sleep, woke up with the gunshot wound to the face. Then the police were in his house. Now they're accusing him of killing his girlfriend, but we know it wasn't him because he's got a gunshot to the face. Nobody shoots themselves in the face or in the nose, bro. Like point blank. Nobody does that. Suicide's like this, like like this. Not like you can't even turn your wrist like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What is Heather's last name?
The one that lives there right now?
I guess, I don't know. If her name's Heather, what's her last name?
I don't know which name she's trying to use as her last one. She's trying to have a real last as her nickname, so I don't know.
What nickname does she go by?
Hey, cuz I'm Floridian, welcome to the chat. For real, bro. Like on me, this dude, if I feel so bad for him, bro. Like he literally has a hole in his face and he told the cop, I got shot. And bro said you would be dead if you got shot. Like he's lying, like not giving them no hospital help.
Probably wants the last name, Kleiman.
Kyman? How would you spell that? With a K or a C?
K?
Keep going.
I don't know.
Ryan is acting like he doesn't even know Heather that well, saying a different last name, mumbling something about her going by different nicknames, and even mentioning something vague about her living there. But why?
That's what happens when you have a head injury, bro. You forget shit. Like your shit gets scrambled. When I was 10 years old, bro, when I was 10 years old, me and my friends used to dunk on basketball goals, right? We used to dunk on the basketball goals at the school by jumping off grocery carts. And I slipped and hit my head really hard. Like I went to dunk, I missed the dunk, and then I hit my head on the concrete like super bad. And then my friend, he had to run to my dad's house. He had to run to my dad's house all the way down the street and get him. And then And then by the time him and my dad came back, it was like the teachers and shit. I didn't know who nobody was. And then in the ambulance, when my dad was trying to touch me, I kept telling him, I don't know you, don't touch me. I don't know you, don't touch me. Like I kept telling my pops, bro, my pops. Like I didn't know him. But when I woke up in the hospital, I didn't remember none of that, bro. Like it was like your brain just running on injured safety mode, like fucking survival mode, bro. Like I don't need to know that information right now. I just need to figure out how to breathe because this motherfucker's got a hole in his face right now. So I got to figure this out. Like your brain is amazing like that, but you will do stuff and say stuff that you wouldn't normally say. So, bro has shown you every sign of a head injury at the very least, and they've got him no medical attention.
Why is he speaking about her so nonchalantly when he was the last person known to be with her, and she was just found dead with him inside of his apartment hours earlier?
How old is Heather?
16 or 17.
Is she a white girl?
Yeah.
How did you meet Heather?
I've known her since school.
Okay.
I don't know.
You just known her from school?
She used to be a business name. I don't know.
She used to do a business name.
She used to be in my book named with business name.
Oh, okay. She used to be in the class, your business class?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Things are just getting more confusing as this line of conversation goes on, and so the detective tries a more direct approach.
What happened to your face?
I don't know.
You told the officer just a few minutes ago that someone hit you. Do you remember who hit you?
No, bro, he said someone shot me, bro. The cop didn't want to repeat that shit. He said hit, but bro said I got shot, bro. That's two different things.
I don't know. I think it was Heather.
Hell yeah, Bradley. Welcome to the chat, my boy. And hold up, I need two horns because I got two members in the chat right now, Erica and Bradley. So I need two horns. Y'all could be just like them. Sign up for the membership, man. It's gonna be the next wave. I'm telling you. Definitely subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. And yeah, man, let's have a good show. So recapping, oh boy woke up. Police were in his house. Him and his girlfriend were shot. His girlfriend was dead. Police are blaming him for her murder and just ignoring the fact that he's got a bullet in his face. This is his interrogation. His name was Ryan Waller, I believe. Yes.
Why would Heather hit you?
I don't know. It was an accident. I forgot why.
What was an accident?
Luvina, welcome to the chat. Akolo, welcome to the chat.
Heather's last name?
No. What was an accident?
Heather hitting me.
What did she hit you with?
Her hand in the eye.
So now the talk is getting somewhere. But still, it all seems so disjointed and random. First, Ryan barely seemed to register who Heather was, but now he seems pretty confident that she hit him in the eye. But the conversation...
Hey, Misty, I appreciate the sub, man. Thank you so much. Um, hey, and then so yeah, but yeah, we're just moving along to hold up. Y'all know the new Dexter came out and the new BMF came out, so I definitely got some good Normie TV ready to go too. But yeah, bro is just telling the police right now anything he wants to hear, anything they want to hear. Like for real, that's why he's like, all right, yeah, I hit her, bro. Like just take me somewhere, dog. Like get me out of here. You know what I mean?
Christina had.
She was what?
She was helping Christina with her hair or something. I don't know.
Who's Christine?
She's on the couch.
Christina's on the couch?
So this new name, Christina, just got dropped out of nowhere. You can kind of see the detective rummaging through the papers, which looks to me like he's checking the case notes for any mention of a girl by this name. But even Ryan doesn't seem totally sure of what she was doing or who she even is.
What's Christina's last name?
I don't know.
What does she look like?
I really don't know.
You don't know?
I really don't.
What color hair does she have?
Brown?
Is it long?
Just average.
How old is Christina?
20 maybe? I don't know.
You can kind of make out the detective shaking his head, probably in disbelief here. It seems he's not buying Ryan's strange story, and I'll admit, the whole thing is pretty hard to follow. If someone named Christina was really there at the apartment, well, that could be a game changer for the investigation. But everything is so unclear at this point. The detective asks if Ryan knows someone named Alicia.
Do you know Alicia?
Mm-mm.
You don't know Alicia?
Mm-mm.
And the detective says she lives at your house.
She lives at your house?
No reaction from Ryan. Then he's asked if he knows an Eric, and Ryan nods but can't quite remember his full last name.
You know a guy named Eric?
Mm-hmm.
What's Eric's last name?
He's trying to pay me back. Green something.
His last name is Green something?
Ryan says he doesn't have the phone numbers of any of the people mentioned, which the detective doesn't seem to believe.
Where's Eric right now?
I don't know.
Do you have his phone number?
I really don't. He doesn't have one.
Okay. Do you have Heather's phone number?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Mm. Christina and Heather.
Christina and Heather.
Mm.
Okay. And Christina was on the couch?
Heather was.
Heather was on the couch. You told me Christina was on the couch just a minute ago.
I don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't.
You just don't know?
I really don't, man.
Or you don't want to tell me?
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I just want to go and go to sleep, man.
All right, you're not going to go anywhere.
So you're probably wondering at this point, how in the world could Ryan have conveniently lost his memory of everything that happened that night? If he had killed his girlfriend in cold blood, why didn't he plan out a better cover story? Was drug use to blame for this crime and Ryan's mind being all over the place? In this next clip, ask yourself, if you were the detective, would you think that Ryan was playing dumb?
Do you know what happened in your house last night?
Oh shit, man! I didn't even know I had my shit on mute. My bad, y'all.
Mm-mm.
I was saying that dudes clearly need medical help. Like he's just saying whatever now, just whatever the cop is saying. Yeah, that person. Oh yeah, this too. Like yeah, bro, here this. Like he's literally his brain's just trying to say something that'll get him out of this chair. Cause he told them what really happened to him, and they said you're lying. So he's like, all right, bro, whatever. I'm lying then. I'm confused here. I did this then, yeah. And then, but he didn't do anything, bro.
Why, what happened?
I don't know what happened. You're all beat up, right? So tell me what happened.
I don't know. I just want to go to sleep, man. That's it.
When asked why there's a huge chunk out of his nose, Ryan just keeps emphasizing that he doesn't remember and just wants to go to sleep.
Remember what happened to your nose? There's a big chunk out of your nose.
I don't know.
Someone grab you? Were you fighting with somebody?
No, I need to go. I need to go back to sleep, man. I'm just tired, man. That's it. Didn't even do anything. I just want to go to sleep.
You remember what time this happened? Your eye?
Like 1? Or maybe earlier? I don't know. I don't know.
And then something really weird happens.
Do you know Eric's girlfriend?
Yeah?
What's her name?
Heather?
Eric's girlfriend's Heather?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan says that Heather is actually Eric's girlfriend. Okay, the detective is super lost at this point. But then, just a few moments later, Ryan again claims Heather is his girlfriend.
You're saying that's Eric's girlfriend? Or your girlfriend?
Heather?
Yeah.
Mine.
Heather's your girlfriend. All right. Was Heather over last night?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Heather did this to you.
What?
Your eye.
Uh-uh.
Okay, who did that to you?
Alicia.
Alicia did that to you now.
Mm-hmm. I swear. I'm not even lying, I swear.
Okay. Why would Alicia do this to you?
Why? I have no idea.
Were you mad at Alicia?
No, I don't know why. I don't know why. She probably hit it on something. I don't know.
She hit what on something?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
So clearly these answers are getting less and less coherent, and Ryan doesn't even seem to acknowledge how wildly his story has changed.
Bro might be dying, bro. For real, for real. Like, he's probably passing away slowly, bro. It's been like a day since he's been shot with a bullet in his face. He just went back to sleep after it happened. Like, it just knocked him unconscious, and then he woke up to the police in his house. So, like, and then they kept him in the squad car for 4 hours. And then they finally took him down here for this interrogation. And it's like, bro, he probably should be in a hospital right now.
What's more, I get the feeling that he doesn't even remember or know in the first place that Heather is dead, which is pretty much confirmed by this next clip.
Hey, Ryan?
Huh? Huh?
There's a dead girl in your living room.
She's dead?
Yes.
Heather?
I don't know. I want to know what happened in your house last night.
The girl on the couch is dead?
I don't know if she's on the couch. She's dead.
Okay, now here's where a huge twist that the detective never expected is about to be dropped, and it's probably not what you're thinking. Let's keep watching.
Well, these people came over.
Bro, Beyond watched the program. He literally said, I got shot in the face. Like, he shouldn't have had to ask for nothing. Once he said that and they seen his injuries, they're the ones with like working brains right now. They should have called medical attention. He should have got that shit at the scene of the crime.
Richie and his dad. With shooting arrow, bow, and darts. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They hit me and her with those. That's it. And Heather wasn't there. And Eric wasn't there. It was just me and Heather. What was there?
We're now more than 30 minutes into this footage, and Ryan is just now bringing up that two people supposedly came to his house with weapons. We'll pay really close attention to this next part, because everything goes from 0 to 100 in
I don't know.
Richie and Dad, his dad?
second.
You and Heather were there. And then what happened?
And that's it. Richie and his dad tried to break in through the back.
Richie and Dad, his dad?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Richie?
I don't know.
Well, you obviously know him. You know his name by
He used to
Richie.
live there.
Was he a roommate of yours?
He used to be.
See, he's just saying shit now. Like, yeah, I don't even know if Richie is the right guy. He probably just saying shit, bro. But he knows somebody broke in their house and hurt them. He knows that.
And they hit you and they hit you?
Yeah.
Now it's Richie that hit you, not Heather?
No, Richie and his dad.
Richie and his dad. They hit you.
Yes.
Why?
Because they're trying to get...
Yeah, Beyond, you're 100% right, bro. At the bare minimum, they should have at least asked that question, but I feel like it didn't need to be asked for sure. Either way, he should have got his attention, you know?
their stuff. I don't know why.
And they had some kind of bow and arrows?
Mm-hmm. They each had 2 revolvers and they didn't let off any shells.
Okay, you just said they had bow and arrows. Now they have revolvers?
That's what I meant. They had revolvers.
They have revolvers.
Yes.
And then what happened?
You can see the detective's shock, disbelief, and apprehension here. First, the girl accidentally hit Ryan in the eye, and now 2 men with revolvers broke in and shot at the couple. Although not much is making sense, the detective is now highly alert, and what Ryan says next turns this case upside down. I'm just gonna let these
Bro, I'm getting anxiety just listen to this kid talk, man. I feel so bad for him, bro. I hope that he lives. Like every time the cop is speaking, I'm just cringing because I I know like this dude is shot and like it's like what the hell? Do your job, officer, please. Just call somebody from the medical department to take care of this shit. Hey, shout out Erica. Shout out Erica with the big dono super chat. You already know. She is today's sponsor for the episode. So today's episode's got a sponsor. Shout out Erica, man. Make sure you guys uh say hi to her in the chat. Say hi to her in Discord. Um, Definitely know that she is one of our um founding members, bro. She's been here probably since like the second or third episode, bro. Here for 5 hour streams. Like, you know what I mean? I appreciate you. I'm glad we're able to keep your attention and that you like hanging out over here that much, man. Like it really means a lot.
next few moments play out without interruption, because they are by far the most important in the entire footage.
Yeah.
Where'd they shoot you at?
I got shot in the eye.
You got shot in the eye
I think so.
with a revolver.
I think. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Then what happened?
I don't know.
You don't know a lot, Ryan.
I don't, man. I really don't.
Did you shoot Heather?
Mm-mm.
I heard you have a lot of guns in your house.
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm.
Well, you know we're gonna look.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, why don't you tell me what really happened there? Because I don't believe.
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know. I could tell you anything, I swear.
Well, I want you to tell me the truth. That's all I want from
Richie
you.
and his dad came there. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why, but they put me in sleeping hold. And, like, they put me in sleeping hold with the arrows and shit. Like, I lived through that crap.
Okay, they put you in a sleeping hold?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know, man.
You're telling me they put you in a sleeping hold. What is a sleeping hold?
I don't know.
Well, explain it. It's coming out of your mouth. Explain that to me. What's a sleeping hold?
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't.
He's trying to tell you they choked him out, bro. They choked him and then they shot him.
know.
Okay. You're telling me you're all over the board here, number one. You're saying bows and arrows, you're saying revolvers, and you're saying some other thing, and you're saying they shot you in the eye. Okay? They shot you with a revolver in your eye.
Yes. And that's
Is it a BB gun?
No, it was a real gun, man. It was just a
If
revolver.
they shot you in the eye with a revolver, you wouldn't be talking to me right now.
How do you know?
It was most likely you be dead.
That's what I thought too, man. I really don't know.
Okay?
I really like bro, man. He's cool as hell. He was like, how do you know? That's what yeah, you would think that, bro, but I'm talking to you right now. Like, please, I'm shot. Like, do something, officer.
I really don't know, and I just want to go back to sleep and try to go back to bed.
You're not going back to bed. Okay? That's not going to happen.
Alright, but what happened, man? What do I gotta do? Just tell me what I gotta do.
Get your feet off my chair is number one. Number two, what happened to Heather?
I don't know, man. I really don't
You're
know.
now saying Richie and his dad shot Heather. Is that true?
Yes.
And they shot her with a revolver.
Yes.
And did not use any gun. They came with those guns.
Mm-mm.
And they came through the where? They were breaking
Through
it?
the back.
Through the back? By your door, or is there another door?
Through the back door.
Through the back door? Is that off the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Erica. There's a lot of extreme cases where people get shot and they live, bro. I mean, this is the wildest case I've ever seen. Someone get shot in the face and then they're fucking interrogated for 10 hours by the police and then they get medical attention, bro. And then they find out he was actually shot and he wasn't lying, bro. Like, man, if he lives, bro, he should own that precinct, bro. He should get such a big settlement, bro, at the very least.
And why would they come on Christmas Day?
Hey, Misty, welcome to the chat.
I don't know. I really don't know. Really don't know.
Did they break in, or did you let them in?
I let him in,
And then what happened?
and they started shooting up the house.
With the gun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what happened?
That's it.
What happened to Heather?
Heather got shot
Where did she get shot?
inside the face once.
She got shot inside of the face?
Mm-hmm.
How close were you to her when she got shot in the face?
It was after I got shot, so I didn't even hear anything.
So you got shot first,
Uh-huh.
and what happened? Did you fall to the ground?
Yeah, I was trying to get up and and I couldn't. I don't
Okay.
know.
And then she got shot?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do?
Nothing.
Did you call 911?
Uh-uh.
Did you see if she was alive?
She was sleeping still, and that's it. I just let her sleep.
She got shot in the side of the face and you let her sleep?
Yes.
This does not make sense, Ryan.
I know, I didn't mean to, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was passing out. That's because I got shot wrong once, too, and I was gonna pass out.
Okay, this is now, not before.
I don't know.
You're saying right now you've been shot
Yes.
in the eye
Yes.
with a revolver.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so that was a lot of very shocking information. What do you think? Is Ryan telling the truth? If he were the
Yeah, bro, this cop is an idiot. That's what I think. I think anyone who was involved with Ryan in that night, bro, anyone who was involved with Ryan in that night, bro, um, in terms of like people like police or medics, shit like that, they all failed, bro. They all failed him so like bad. He was he was let down in the worst way. He was really just some guy looking for help, bro. Really a victim of situation. Somebody breaking into his house. He happens to have his girlfriend over, and I don't think she lived there. She was just visiting, and like everything just went bad.
What happened with you and Heather last night?
Her dad came and shot up the house.
And shot her.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad. Now, Richie is her dad?
Mm-hmm.
Or Richie's her brother?
Yeah, her dad.
Her dad shot her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do?
I tried to go back to sleep.
After you've been shot
Mm-hmm.
in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, Erica, that's not no failure. Like literally, you were the only one that tried to help. Like you tried to save the situation. If anything, you were the beacon of light in that super dark spot. You know what I mean?
You didn't know enough to call 911.
Mm-mm.
Why did you call 911?
Because I was just trying to go to sleep. That's it.
You just saw Richie's and his dad shoot your girlfriend, and you just felt like you needed to go to sleep?
Something like that. I don't know, man. I really don't.
Ryan, look at me. Ryan,
Yes. I don't know, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying, bro. And they got him like thinking and shit. Like they got his brain firing off, like trying to figure out what's going on. He really just needs rest. He really just needs rest.
I really don't
Why
know.
did you shoot Heather, Ryan?
I didn't shoot Heather. She was already shot once by her brother, I swear.
Richie.
Yes.
Richie shot his own sister.
Yes, I
Hey, welcome, boss dog.
swear. That's it.
Sit down.
Not me.
And you've been shot in the eye.
Yes. That's it.
Put your feet off my table, please.
My feet hurt, man. I don't know why.
Get them off my table.
So up until this point, it seems like the detective
Bro, he's standing on that he got shot, bro.
Oh, my head hurts.
Yeah, dude grabbing his head up and shit, bro. He probably got a brain injury.
Okay. Yeah, be right back.
After this abrupt exit, the man returns with a totally different demeanor. He's worried. He tells Ryan that someone is going to check him out to make sure he's okay.
Hey, Ryan,
Yes.
I got the fire department coming to take a look at it. They're going to probably take you to the hospital.
You taking me to the hospital?
Yeah, we're going to take you to the hospital.
He saw the exit wound. That shit went through the back of his neck, bro. It probably went like boom through his mouth, straight back out his neck, and it didn't hit any major arteries. So like he's fucked up probably. That's my guess, because that's the only way I can see him living. Usually when it goes through clean, people got a chance, as long as it didn't hit nothing crazy. But bro's probably been bleeding, bro, in his mouth this whole time, bro. Like he's tough, bro. He's one tough cookie. He was a survivor, bro. Just to live this long with that type of injury, man, that's wild.
Why?
Well, if you've seen your face and the way you're doing things, it doesn't make sense right now, okay? We're just going to make sure you're okay.
I can't go back to bed, man.
Well, that's the problem. If you have some kind of head injury, you shouldn't be sleeping, okay? Well, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. There you go.
As the two wait for help, Ryan basically repeats his story about the shooting, saying that he just wanted to go to sleep after being shot in the eyeball.
I think I only got shot once in the eyeball.
And then you just wanted to go to sleep? Yeah.
Huh?
Soon, others enter the room to take a closer look at Ryan. I believe it's the detective saying, "You're not going to believe this one."
Captain, you're not going to believe this one. I can't believe it either.
You're right. I've already heard the story. I can't believe it. This is just my
Observations that this might be an entrance, this might be an exit, and this might be into his eye. And he's acting like he has a serious head injury, which would make sense.
So now all the puzzle pieces are starting to fall together. A single explanation appears that nobody would have expected in a million years, and it's one that they probably hope isn't actually true.
If that cop would have just looked at him sooner, bro, you see how he came back. Even EWU trying to like help the cop. Like he came back with a different demeanor. But no, bro, no, bro. I don't appreciate this officer, man.
That's because if Ryan really had been shot in the head, that would mean that they neglected to get him proper medical treatment while he waited in the police car and underwent this lengthy interrogation, which, when all was said and done, allegedly added up to about 6 hours. 6 hours where Ryan would have been sustaining permanent brain damage. 6 hours where he could have gotten help, but instead was getting worse. Well, spoiler alert, it was true. Ryan had actually been shot in the eye, and his account of the break-in and shooting by a man named Richie and his dad was 100% real, even if he couldn't exactly get the details straight due to his injury.
Are there guns around?
That's what I said, bro. Y'all still talking to bro? Y'all still talking to bro? Like, let him leave, man. Talk to him in a few days. He already gave you enough clues. Go figure out who Richie is. Like, the fuck?
This kid Eric did it. I don't know how he did it exactly. I might have been shot. I don't know. I really don't know.
While you waiting on
Me too, Erica. I'm out here screaming at this man. Like, oh, this officer's getting me so heated.
I don't know.
It looks like it went right through, huh?
Yeah, it might have, I don't know.
This next clip isn't anything special, but it was the moment that really broke my heart. Ryan is told that his ride to the hospital is here, and the way he gets up and walks out without any trouble just shows that he's no cold-blooded criminal. He's a confused and scared young man who just suffered one of the most mentally and physically traumatizing experiences I can imagine. And the last line before the video cuts off really just makes you kind of angry at how lightly the situation is being.
I was right too where the injuries were. I said, watch, that shit's gonna go out the back of his neck. Remember, I called that. And but the cop said the back of the neck was the entry wound. So they might have had the gun to him like, yo, boom. And then he just thought it was done. The killer. What do you think they were trying to steal, bro? Like an Xbox or some shit? Like the fuck?
Treated.
What, Blake? Your ride's here. Checked out. Yeah, he's good.
Where?
What's up?
Where are we going?
We gotta go to the hospital. Get checked out, bro. Look like you got shot right in the face.
Oh, no.
When Ryan arrived at the hospital, he was sent to the intensive care unit in critical condition. As his family anxiously waited, they had no idea if they would ever see or talk to their son again. Ultimately, Ryan did survive, but
Man, I'm glad he lived, bro. I'm glad he lived.
doctors had to remove part of his brain, and he also lost both of his eyes due to the severity and placement of the gunshot wound. After that, there's not that much information available online.
Poor Ryan, bro. Shout out Ryan. Hey, it's okay, Ryan. Trust me, I know from experience, bro. Some people are born blind, bro, and like you just because you lose your sight doesn't mean you can't be a beautiful person, man. You'll still see a lot of beauty in the world. You know what I mean? My favorite person in the world is blind, man, and he's the smartest dude I know. And I love him so much, you know.
About the case, but according to Arizona Daily Independent, because Ryan had been able to identify his attackers, authorities soon apprehended Richie Carver and his father, Larry. Then they started to piece together the details of why this tragedy had even happened in the first place. Richie was apparently a former roommate of Ryan's, and on December 23rd, he and his father reportedly went to the apartment where Ryan and Heather were staying, seeking some sort of revenge. Some sources say that this grudge was due to a presumed altercation. Arizona Capital Times even reported that Richie and Ryan had had some armed confrontations they thought was dead. But this was their biggest mistake. Ironically, the two purportedly only shot and killed Heather Kwan next because they wanted to cover their tracks, and unfortunately, she was a witness. The bullet struck her in the head at point-blank range as she lay peacefully.
Damn, Misty said this case had another update where years later Mr. Ryan Waller ended up passing away. R.I.P. man. Like he probably succumbed to his injuries eventually. Like just the neglect of the officers, bro. It was gonna be hard for him to ever really reheal, like to come back, because it took so long for anyone to seek any help for bro.
On the couch. Satisfied that they'd gotten rid of anyone who might be able to identify them, they carried on with the job. But little did they know they had indeed left a witness behind. And although I can see why they thought it was safe to assume Ryan was dead, that ended up being their biggest downfall. And so it followed that after shooting Heather and stealing several weapons and a computer from the apartment, they left.
I called that shit, bro. These motherfuckers stole the equivalence of an Xbox. They stole some Jordans and some fucking a computer, a laptop, bro. All because you got kicked out the apartment, bro. Because Richie probably didn't come with his rent. And then Ryan was like, bro, you got to get out. I'm going to move my girl in. And then Richie's fiend dad was like, let's go rob him. He's got a whole bunch of cool stuff. And you literally stole a laptop and some fucking shoes. That's crazy.
leaving a gruesome and bloody crime scene for authorities to stumble upon days later. And the fact that police didn't come for the welfare check until the night after Christmas Day makes things even crazier, because it is horrifying to wonder what Ryan was doing that whole time. Many people have theorized he was left to just wander around the house in a confused fog, plagued by a horrible pain he half understood the whole time.
Nah, I don't even think that, bro. I think he was asleep, bro. When you're injured, your body will sleep, bro. Like you will just sleep, like you'll just shut down. Like whether that's because you getting punched or getting choked or you get shot or a head injury, like you'll fucking you'll just go to sleep, bro. Like he probably just slept for like 20 hours and then woke up like what the fuck when the police came. You know what I mean? Like he was I don't think he was because he would have called. He seemed coherent enough to be like, I gotta call somebody. Like I could call 911. Like I don't think he was just bouncing off the walls back and forth confused. I think he was just injured and sleeping. And like maybe he'd wake up sometimes and then he'd just fall back out. You know what I mean? Like that's my theory.
Voluntarily provided law enforcement with information about their spouse's involvement in a serious crime. But just establishing the law wasn't enough, and it still had to be battled out in court to make sure it could be applied retroactively to Larry Carver's case. Luckily, they won. Carver was re-indicted in 2011, and after a 2.5-day deliberation, he was found guilty of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, burglary, and aggravated assault. But although this victory was a relief to the victim's loved ones, the permanent damage done to Ryan could never be reversed. He became blind and suffered from debilitating seizures after the incident. His family remains outraged that roughly 6 hours were allowed to pass without their son receiving the medical treatment he so desperately needed. And many people feel that the main issue was that Ryan was automatically treated as a suspect instead of a potential victim. The Phoenix PD reportedly explained that they didn't know the young man had been shot. They just thought he had been badly beaten, and that's why he was made to wait in the back of a police car while they investigated. I can only hope that this case, at the very least, will serve as a powerful lesson so that nothing like this ever happens again.
Turn on audio
a YouTube
recording
channel
in the
called The Waller Family, believed to be owned by Ryan's loved ones, shared in January of 2016 that Ryan passed away from a seizure as a direct result of being shot in the head
Damn, that's sad.
near the bridge, then went in through his eye, shattering his orbital bone, sending 6 pieces of bone socket along with the bullet into his brain. He was then shot in the side of his head over his ear, but that bullet just took a piece of his skull away, but did not enter his brain. Altogether, he had 4 bullet holes in his face and head. The holes were very visual, as the police had taken 43 pictures of my son before he was taken into that interrogation room, with the pictures having close-ups of every hole on his face and head. How did nobody notice this until it was way too late?
Cuz, bro, they wanted to be like, this is an open shut case. I do have the full hour-long interrogation of Ryan Waller too. I found the full footage, man. I don't know if I got the heart to go through it right now, but I'm gonna keep that on there so we could kind of break down where these cops just keep dropping the ball. But I don't know if I can watch that full interrogation tape, man. That's a tough one. You feel me? Like that's gonna make that one like that. I just feel like he was so brave and like he could have he could have had a better life after this situation if they would have just got him attention, you know?
Where at?
Like I said, I hope his family gets a huge settlement. I know it can't bring Ryan back, but hopefully his loss won't be for nothing and he can secure maybe some nieces or nephews or cousins or something, somebody's future. Um, you know what I mean? Just to be a reminder to the justice system that stuff like that can't happen, bro. That's unacceptable. Sometimes police make mistakes and you're like, oh yeah, that's cool, but I can see how you did that mistake. But like just so many people on so many levels let Ryan down. For sure, for sure. Actually, I think I'm gonna cut this one short. That's gonna be the video today, and then I'm gonna come back in a few hours. I gotta watch some shows I want to watch. I know Dexter just can't get, drop the new episode, and I know BMF just dropped a new episode. Erica, I'm glad your father taught you to be observant as a woman because as a in the world, bro, there's too much trying to take us out. But especially as a woman, bro, you have to fear like humans more than I do. You know what I mean? I gotta fear humans too. Like there's crazy people that would hurt me. You feel me? But not to the same extent. You know what I mean? Like not to the same extent. Like women are super vulnerable in today's society, man. People are crazy as hell. You funny, Erica. You always rallying up the troops. But we chilling, man. Make sure you guys come back for our nighttime stream. I hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out all our mods. Shout out Erica. Matter of fact, shout out our members. Shout out Erica first and foremost. And shout out Bradley, man. Big true detective Brad. Man, and shout out everybody who showed up to the chat today, man. You guys were awesome. Hopefully, more people show up in the afternoon, in the later stream, the night stream, and we have a great time, just like we did this time. But thank you so much. I love.